Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Bishop. We are December 17th. Oh my gosh, 2018. I love Mondays because it's our team call, but I love Mondays anyways. And I love today even more because one, it is our hair care launch. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I've been talking to everybody I could possibly get my little fingers and mouth in front of because of what we have. And just want to go through a couple announcements before we get started to our guest. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have our guest on. So hair care launch tonight, 7 p.m. Dani's going to talk more about that. Loyalty points, you guys. Loyalty points expire at the end of this month for you and your customers, for everyone. So make sure you're calling, talking to your people about using those points up. And if they don't know how, get a hold of one of the leaders and we'll help you figure out how to use those loyalty points. The next announcement, LVA Life Vantage Academy, January 19th. Our businesses are built on belief, you guys, and events are so important. And there are, gosh, I don't even know how many there are, like 30 some Life Vantage Academies all over the United States. Dani's from Canada. Dani, do you have them up there too?
We used to. We don't have them right now. We lost qualification. We didn't have volume, but we did continue with Super Saturdays ourselves. And actually our January one, we have Taylor Worry zooming in for it.
Oh, cool.
So you
That's
can
awesome.
Continue regardless if it's an LVA or a lower,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just get connected. Amen. And then you guys, Elite Academy, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, February 7th through the 9th. Be there or be square. Dani was just talking to some of the team that was on early saying, oh, I can meet you. And to me, it's like a huge family reunion. Again, belief. And finally, Ireland incentive trip. I'm not there yet, but I am working towards it. I know so many people on our team are working towards it. Qualification ends April 30th, 2019, and the trip is August 25th through the 29th. Okay, that part done. Okay, you guys, I have my little sheet so I can give Dani proper edification. First and foremost, I just want to tell you, we were able to meet, gosh, we ran into each other how many times, like 4 or 5 times at Elite Academy, or no, at Global Convention in October. And we were like, every time we'd see each other, like, we knew who each other were, but we're like, okay, God is saying something. We have got to meet. Well, this last weekend or weekend before last, she was at the Eric Worre GoPro, and we actually got to have dinner together. And I'm like, oh my gosh, amazing. A heart of gold. She's a fabulous leader of her own team, and she's a Pro 6 out of Canada. She used to work as a rep for a professional beauty supplier. She was selling to hair salons and spas, and she also introduced new lines, and she educated stylists and spa owners on products. So I was like, oh my gosh, could you please be on our team call? Because I know I have hair. I love my hair, but I know nothing about hair. So, but she gave it up. She loved it though, and she had to give it up because she was a single mom of twins at the time. So now she gets to do Life Vantage because she's a Pro 6, but she also works part-time for a broker that handles different accounts for companies that hire their own reps. And she's currently working with General Mills, Starbucks, and movies. She also has Walmarts and Best Buys. So she's a mover and a shaker, you guys. And I could not tell you how honored I am to have you on our call. So Dani, it's all yours. Can you share your words of wisdom for us?
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. And yeah, that was just crazy. Our paths kept crossing. I don't know, it was probably more like 10 times in the bathroom, in the store, in the aisle, and we were destined actually. And then GoPro event was amazing. Yes, thank you for that intro. And you know what? I'm going to add on to that a wee bit because no one actually knows this yet. But on Friday, I gave my notice for my rep job because I just don't have time anymore. I am so busy building this business And I originally worked partly because I learned me, and I think this is important for everyone, to learn your structure and what you can do. I find sometimes if I'm at home too much, I get less done. But if I have a structure of someplace where I need to be, I get more done. Does that make sense to anybody? I'm kind of a last minute girl, so I'm better on the run. But and the other thing was I met people. I was always out meeting people. Like we were just talking to Linda. Linda just got starting a new position. It's like great, meeting new contacts. But I'm at the point now where I have so many contacts I need to follow up on, and I have a team that's building so rapidly. So I officially retired that. So I work it's my last week, and I didn't want to go back in Boxing Day, and I'm like, okay, I'm so done with this. So anyway, I'm also on to a new chapter, and I'm super excited. Super excited to see you all today. I've got my screen up so I can see all your beautiful faces. And what an awesome team you have. This is amazing. So bright and early, but let's get at it. It is such an exciting day. I love hair care. Okay, it's like something that gets in your blood. When I worked in the industry, and it doesn't leave. Like I cannot walk past a hair salon without looking to see what their products are. One of the first things I notice about people is their hair, and that's how I remember them. So it's in your blood. Hair is so important to people. I know who was it? Was it Roger? No, it was Daryl. Daryl doesn't have as much hair as some of us, but that's okay. That's styling, right? He's in. But at the same time, don't rule those people out because they need to have a healthy scalp, right? And that is so important. And our hair is part of our being for many people. And what I have found is I have people and I hope you guys are utilizing social media a bit. I do a few posts, some on hair, and I get these private messages from people. And I had absolutely no idea that they have thinning hair issues, hair loss issues, psoriasis on their scalp and everything. And then I go back to my Facebook feed and I look and I go, they didn't even like my post. They didn't even comment on my post. So don't think people are not watching your posts, because they are, because they've messaged me individually. And I've also found people will not always spend $40 on a bottle of Protandim. Oh, I'm not sure. But they're like, my hair? Oh yeah, and they'll spend $100 on a hair regime. Okay, so never prejudge. Yeah, everybody's nodding. We've all kind of experienced this, haven't we? So never prejudge who is going to order any of your products, because we don't know what's going on in the back half of their life, right? And today is such an amazing day because we now get to launch this to the public, taking pre-orders today. And just a heads up, the orders are not actually shipping out of the warehouse till December 21st, I believe, right, Jennifer? The 21st. So the orders are coming in, they'll be processing them. There is a good chance it's gonna sell out again. So, I know with my team, we've got, I don't know if you guys do, we have order forms that we've kind of made ourselves, got them all written out, ready to go, ready to start keying in at 5 o'clock today. So we get those. But why hair care? Why did LifeVantage go to hair care, right? And it's actually a natural progression. If you know about the products that you're using, if you know about the toxins in them, I mean, if you think about it, your hair, your scalp is just an extension of your scalp, right? It's all your face kind of thing. It's just covered up. So as much as we take care of our face and our skin on our body, we need to take especially good care of our scalp. Because you think of your head and the amount of blood vessels and everything in your head, like think of a head wound, right? It bleeds like crazy. That's because there's so much activity, so many blood vessels and everything up there. So if you put something toxic on your head, on your scalp, that immediately within 5 seconds is absorbed into your blood. Okay, and that's what we are trying to get away from, which is creating more oxidative stress, right? So we want to get away from that, and we want to be using healthy products. And I'm going to kind of bounce around here a bit. WhatsApp. You guys are not WhatsApp. Think Dirty. You all heard of Think Dirty? Okay. Yeah, it's the app. Yeah, on the phone. Definitely, that is just such an amazing key and a tool for educating people while educating them about this hair system. Because if they go home and scan their own product and they see it's rating at an 8, a 10, a 12, it's like, yuck! Suddenly it really means something because there's proof right on their phone, right? So scan the products because our shampoo is scanning in at a 1, conditioner and scalp serum at a 2. That's phenomenal. That is so low. That's so clean. So why is our product so clean? I'll tell you. So it's basically it's the first NRF2 activated shampoo, conditioner, and scalp serum out there. LifeVantage has partnered up with these ingredients and these scientific results for some of these very specific products. So we've got the hair gel, right? Have you guys heard some of these ingredients that are in there? And I'm just referring to my notes. It helps regenerate with the hair growth. These are proven products from before. It's mitochondrial dynamics. I mean, does that not fit right in with what we're doing? Single molecules and components, epigenetics. It helps boost hair regrowth. Okay, that's what we need. People with thyroid disease have horrible hair loss. You may have seen some of the before and after pictures. I don't know if you guys saw the one about the lady who had chemotherapy 6 years ago and hasn't grown hair. And now she is. We had to keep that one a little quiet. I'll bring it up on my phone and I'll show you. Crazy. 6 years, no hair growth for this poor woman. And now she started in October, so she has about this. So the stimulation is there, right? And generally we're trying to keep the hair we have. That is our first goal, because we never want to claim that we can grow hair, right? We all, as with anything, we have to watch our claims. But we know people that have had these amazing results. We know that these products are proven to stimulate hair growth. If generally, I mean, that lady's crazy, amazing. If a hair follicle has not produced a strand of hair in several years, odds are it probably won't. But she just defeated that theory, right? But we want to keep and maintain the hair we have. And a hair follicle, right? So it's kind of like a curve, right? And the hair comes out of there and then it comes out of the scalp. Well, over time, especially with men with testosterone and your sebum from your sebaceous glands, from the oil in your scalp, it actually builds like a wax. So it builds a wax up in there. So it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, so that hair follicle cannot grow up. It doesn't have as much room. It's not as healthy. It's not getting the nutrients it needs, and it's getting plugged. It's literally a plug. So what we do, and because of the ingredients in here with the mint and the thyme and all these other ingredients, we're actually able to break down that plug, that wax plug. And that's why men especially will start to see additional hair growth or a thicker strand of hair, because now it's not so skinny coming out of there. So women do experience that problem as well, but that's kind of the leading cause of male pattern baldness, right? Also, I always tell men, Daryl, get your hat off your head. You got to let your head breathe. You got to let your head breathe. You got to let your scalp breathe, because sometimes you'll see people with the brim of the hat and they'll have psoriasis, sores, hair loss all in that area because it's tight, and the sweat and the oils and everything is remaining in that area. So get that off sometimes. I have a son that wears a hat all the time, and I'm always telling him to get it off. But anyways, right? That's just normal. But so that's kind of how the hair works. And then with the products combined together, and they're really meant to be used as a system, and they can be used on all hair types. Okay, so thin hair, thick hair, curly hair, processed hair, colored hair. As girls, we do a lot of damage to our hair. We like to damage our hair. So, you know what, it's really important to keep it from looking like straw. So, because yeah, straw isn't very, you know, nice. So again, the nutrition that you're getting through these products. So use lots of water is what I recommend when you use these products. It's not really about a strong blast that actually bounces off your hair of water. It's actually more like a trickle. If you think when you're in the hair salon, it's not a strong blast. It's more of a trickle, a babbling brook kind of thing, because that will, instead of bouncing off the head, that actually gets in and rolls down. So I don't know if that makes sense. When you're using the shampoo, if it's better to do 2 small shampoos. If you like to shampoo your hair twice, or you haven't shampooed your hair for several days, or you have a lot of hair, you're better to do 2 light shampoos. So do first light one, lather it up as much as you can, rinse it out, and then do a second one. And you'll find that second shampoo will lather up even more and really help to clean the hair. So it's much more effective that way. Then after you've finished rinsing out your shampoo, rinse out the water, stream the water out, because you want to get the water out of the hair follicle so that it's not full of water. So now the conditioner can actually absorb in, right? So we want to do that. So I like to put the conditioner on, I massage it through to my scalp. If you're finding that maybe you don't need, you know, your hair is very fine and you're a little afraid of the weight, because that sometimes happens, just put the conditioner on your ends, kind of, you know, treat the ends, because the results with, you know, your ends looking clean and not split and healthy and reducing the fuzz is, or the frizz, is very important. And again, I like to leave the conditioner on for a little bit. I've always done that with all conditioners. And then again, gently rinse out, right? And then towel dry. Applying your your scalp serum. I apply it right after I shampoo. And you just make little parts in your hair, flip it over, dot, and then massage in gently. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to break anything. You just want to massage it in gently. And do that throughout your hair on both sides, and then on the back. And in these areas which tend to thin out first, often you'll find women and men, but a lot of women, the front half of their hair will be thinner than the rest of their scalp. And that's because we tease it, we comb it, we do so much more to it. So we're always going to be, you know, wanting to make sure to concentrate in that area for the scalp serum. And the scalp serum can be used just at every shampoo, right? Every wash, or you can use it morning and night. So it all depends on everyone individually. So if you are treating a hair loss issue, or you're treating, you know, psoriasis or sores on your head or anything like that, extra dry scalp, dandruff, alopecia. Alopecia is the balding spots. Okay, so then you're definitely going to want to do it day and night. Okay, so you're going to really want to apply that. And it doesn't really make the hair greasy or oily. It's phenomenal. You know, and you need to use a huge amount, right? So dot, and blend. So that kind of covers those products in that way. And I can take some questions afterwards. If you're coming across people that are, you know, using products and they love their products or whatever, I don't usually name drop products too bad, but oh my gosh, Pantene is awful. Get off Pantene, okay? And because these products that make your hair look skinny or shiny and healthy, it's actually a coating. It's just a wax coating all down the hair. So you're actually suffocating that hair strand. It's actually really bad. So they will need to utilize our products, which is going to break down that wax coating that is come on, you know, the hair, and to get to the real hair so that they can nourish it and take care of it. Dandruff products, you know, you got your Head and Shoulders and your blue, what's it called? You got to really watch these dandruff products. I mean, Head and Shoulders is designed, and if you think of the marketing behind it, it says stops dandruff in a day. Well, where did that dandruff go? It didn't go away. It's glued onto the head. You have a layer of dead, oh, it's disgusting. You've got a layer of dead cells virtually glued onto the head. And then they loosen by the end of the day, and they glue it back on. So what is that going to do to your head? Right? What's that going to do to your scalp? It's suffocating as well. Right? You are going to experience hair loss. You're going to experience plugs. You're going to experience all of that. So, and then the alternative is the blue, what is it? Blue something. I can't remember the brand name. It's a tar. So it's actually stripping the scalp. That's how it gets it off. So it strips it. It's so damaging. It must burn. I mean, I've never used it, but it's terrible. So you've got extremes on either end. What's the answer? To get a healthy scalp. Let's get back to where it needs to be. We're all about bodies and balance, right? Let's biohack this hair, right? Let's biohack that dandruff and get it out of here. So you may experience, people with dandruff will most likely experience a lot more flaking in the beginning. But if you educate them and tell them, that is all those dead cells, you're like exfoliating that off your scalp. Before we can get to nourishing your scalp, we need to get rid of that, okay? And that's going to happen in other issues as well. Some people may find they experience more hair loss because, again, the hair is just kind of hanging on, right? It's just, and so they may experience some extra hair loss, but only for a few days, and then it'll start to balance out, and then they'll have far less hair loss. So it's really about getting the scalp into a balanced state and then improving it from there. So that, again, may mean having to get rid of some stuff, some scalp, some cells, some hair, right? Also, some people may experience oily hair in the beginning. Not everybody. I didn't. I know some people have. But again, your sebaceous glands are they're the ones that send the oil up to the hair. So if somebody's drying out their scalp every day, and this works for your face as well. So this works with True Science skincare. So if somebody's using Claricel and they're drying out, trying to dry out their pimples and stuff, all they're doing is putting the skin out of balance. And then the oiling glands are going, oh, it's dry there. Send more oil, send more oil. So you're only creating a bigger problem. That's why even with oily skin or oily hair, we actually need to apply conditioner so that stops, then the body stops sending the message to send more oil, because now it's there and it'll balance out. So stick with it, utilize it, play with it, get to know your hair, get to know other people's hair, take before and after photos. They're phenomenal. And what else? That kind of probably covers the products, and when talking to people, I want to share with you also my experience is with customers I haven't spoken to in a long time, or distributors that have kind of fallen off the board. They're kind of just glorified customers. They just order their own product. Make sure to reach out and let them know what we have our hands on. Again, hair is a whole new like beauty dynamic, like, whoa, hair, right? We love that. And reach out to these people, because it can reignite them, or they have people they know. And again, we don't know who's suffering from what. Again, I had another message on the weekend from my friend who I had no idea she suffered from hair loss. I had no idea she was in this pain, right? So we're talking, we're doing a little research. I've sent her the link that Des and I did, that 15-minute one about the education. And it's so much about educating what we use on our hair and our bodies. And then LifeVantage has their little one of how to use the products, right? Have you guys seen that one? Yeah, so those are nice back-to-back ones to send people. And like, this can really propel your business. This opens up an entire different dynamic. When we go into a new market or a new market share with, again, a category creating product, this can absolutely change your business. And we're so excited about it, because The results are phenomenal. And like I said, you guys haven't even seen those ones about the gal with chemo. And we'll be sharing those through the groups. And we're all going to be experiencing our own successes. But again, like everything else, I have to, encourage you and be compliant. Always be compliant. This is a beautiful gift. We have this company, these products and the science, but we need to speak, properly about them. So I always like to say, well, people have had great results. I've seen people experience this, or this is my experience, right? So, and even with people with hair loss, I'll say, look, I can't promise, but this is what's happening. We can do this. So again, it's just about setting yourself up to be successful and not to, put yourself in a non-compliant situation, kind of, right? Mm-hmm. So let's see, how are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, I talk so much. Time just flies. Give a network marketer the screen and we'll talk all day. We got 4 minutes to take questions, I guess. Hey, Jen?
I do. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I do have some questions about ingredients in the serum. Mm-hmm. We've been hearing a lot about the ingredients in the serum. Can you touch on that really quick?
Sure. Is that the LP scalp?
Yep.
Yeah, the LP scalp. So again, we've these were created by different companies, and we've partnered with them. Kind of like what we did in our probiotic, where we partnered with Wellmune, right? So you get good things, kind of like you and I partnering, Dad. Right? You get great things, and you bring them together. And we're the first to combine these products together. And the Alpi Scalp is what really fights against the dandruff, the itching, the dryness, to provide the beauty and the oil, to balance out the oils, right? The hair gel is kind of your NRF2 activation of it with your natural ingredients. It's recommended for all anti-loss and regrowth hair products. So again, we want to keep the hair we have, right? So anti-loss is a great thing. And then there's Lana Tellus, and this is also your NRF2 activation with your botanical ingredients. Because again, we've got thyme, mint, in our products. And this helps with the free radicals, right?
It's EPI.
Repairs the damage, anti-rosacea. So rosacea on the skin. Remember I was talking about the skin? The scalp gets very red and irritated as well, right? So again, treating the scalp as you would your skin and allowing it to improve that way. With these products so far, we've experienced a 58% reduction in breakage. So breakage is also a huge problem for people. And again, autoimmune disease, things like that. Their hair just becomes so brittle, right? And you just have that breakage, and then you get all the little fuzzies sticking out. So the beauty is that we're able to nourish the hair. So it's also creating a greater reflection. So when you see some of those pictures of people with, dramatic, it looks like hair growth in 2 to 4 weeks, let's say men on a balding spot, it's actually, there is new growth taking place, but what's happening is the current hair there is healthier. It's kind of puffed up, right? It's not like this limp little hair, because if you think of hair, it's like lots of little scales, right? So if they're all open, that's really fuzzy. And then if they're closed and squashed, that's not good anyway, either. But when you have this natural, healthy hair, so now it's laying properly, it's kind of plumped up, and it's reflecting light greater. So that's why we're getting where it looks like there's more hair, but there's not. So again, it's important to know that it's like utilizing the hair you have, putting it into a healthy state, and then the new growth coming up. Like I can tell, even myself, and I've been using the product since convention, but when I slide my hand under my hair, I can feel, it sounds hilarious, like man's whiskers. I can feel all this new growth just kind of popping through, and it's so exciting. And I don't have a hair loss problem. And I don't have, but I'm like, holy man, I can feel that coming in. And in these areas too, the baby hairs, I mean, I experienced hair growth starting Protandim. I saw huge benefits then, which takes me back to somebody who's interested in the hair, but wasn't interested in Protandim. Okay, this is your perfect opening. Okay, so if you really want hair, again, you want the outside in, inside out. Combine the products. Let's really treat this problem you have or this issue, and let's really get to it properly.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know we're at 8:31. Anybody have any last question or
Jennifer?
Yes.
Jennifer, Rebecca Seward. Hi, Dani.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you, sometimes when you're talking about the Think Dirty, do you ever have somebody say, that's great about your shampoo and your conditioner? Is there a rating for the serum? Are we just such new type of product there that there's nothing else that they're out to compare?
The serum should be on there as a 2.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you say that, so that's why
okay.
I wasn't sure. Thank you.
Yes, it's there. Now, the only reason, I mean, our products are based on all natural ingredients, right? There does have to be a wee bit of something so that we don't have a jar of mold, right? Like there is got to be somewhat of a preservative in there, when you're based on all natural ingredients.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Dani, amazing. I was taking tons of notes. I just love your accent. Like, you stand here every week.
I have an accent. You have an accent.
Just a wee bit. Yes, a babbling brook over our heads, you guys. A babbling brook, not a blast. So, thank you. Super excited, you guys. Just to reiterate what Dani already said, 5 p.m. tonight, orders, you can start ordering or pre-ordering. The orders will ship on the 21st of December, so we can't guarantee a Christmas delivery, but hey, they can start off the new year, new hair, right? Get it in their hands. And, people do late Christmases anyway, so it still can be for Christmas presents.
Totally. Make your gift certificate. Give them that to open. You bet.
Exactly. Yes. Print out what you ordered. I've done that before. So thank you. Thank you, Dani. 7 p.m. Mountain Time, you guys, tonight. I'm going to try to stream it through Team Hope and also our private Facebook or secret Facebook team page as well, Hope Activated. So we can get that on there. And then I'll also be downloading this video for people in Hope Activated as well. So you can tag people that I know we had a lady asking that's been in the Hair Care line, and she goes, and you answered it, Dani, perfectly about, how are we getting results this quickly? Hair does not grow that fast. So I loved your explanation of when it's clean, it's like scales and they're all going up, and that's why you get the appearance of things looking more full, because it is more full. So thank you. You guys have a great week. Have fun. I strategically made my hair appointment today. I'm getting a haircut today. And I'm bringing all my papers. I'm bringing my phone with video or pictures of befores and afters. You guys, you can go out and laminate if you want to go. I know I was on a call just this last weekend, and I think Marilyn Mosier, Pro 7, is going around to hair care salons with a laminated all these pictures, and she's like saying, oh my gosh, and then she's taking samples so people can smell. We have $85 billion industry, 85 billion, and we are on the super excited. Thank you, Dani. Thank you. Everybody have a great week. We'll talk soon. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dani.
Thanks. Bye, Dr. Seward.
Bye-bye.